some associates gather on the stand. This trial's a circus, but I've got a plan. Not a grifter, still worse than Dan. Hopscotch squares, don't trip, don't fall. BK in a felony, I've heard it all. Shake it, magic 8 ball. Tell me the truth, will justice call? Me be the diva, she's running the show. Chief Capone and that, yeah, everybody knows. Fat or fat, well, nobody knows. What the corn echoes as the chaos grows. My credibility left in a vehicle. Hopscotch squares, don't trip, don't fall. BK in a felony, I've heard it all. Shake it, magic 8 ball. Tell me the truth, will justice call? What the corn echoes as the chaos grows. My credibility left in a vehicle.
R.I.P. Betty.
I was expecting to see. I look up at R.I.P. Betty. I was like, what?
Hey. That is and I don't mean any disrespect by it. It actually it closes out, of course, Amazon is here, I guarantee it. But that puts a period on my Betty Broderick chapter, whatever, because
Yeah, right.
that was the first trial I ever watched live on TV. Then we did it here.
Yep.
And now she has passed away.
How old was she? 80 something?
I have an article from Court TV because I was very curious on like what happened to her.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I saw where she was 78. So yeah, 78. So they're ruling her cause of death as natural. But then when you come down here, and we don't need to about her trial, we watched her trial. It says that Betty Broderick was transferred from the California Institution for Women to an outside facility for a higher level of care on April 18th. In a statement to TMZ, Betty Broderick's son, Daniel, said that his mother suffered a series of septic infections, which are bad, as well as a serious fall that broke multiple ribs. Also bad. Like, bad. He told the outlet that she was on life support by the time of her death and that he was with his siblings at her bedside when she passed away. So that's good that she wasn't alone. I am happy about that.
Yes,
I mean,
but are they sure she didn't just drive right through herself? Is that what happened? That's why she got broken ribs.
I did make the joke that said, I did wonder how her, Dan, and Linda were reunited in the afterlife, and I really do wonder about that. Like, is she in their prison now? Are they her guards? Does she belong to them? Are they all good friends? Like, let bygones be bygones. Like, it's okay.
Right.
Or did she, like, what you just said, go driving right through the gates? Whichever gates, pearly, non-pearly, I don't know. I'm not making a judgment call. I have no idea. But I am glad her kids were with her when she passed away. And so I can still be worse than Dan. It didn't have to go away.
It's
so
fine.
We'll just pretend that it didn't.
Sometimes I'm also worse than Dan. So, join the club.
And it's fine.
We should have a club. You want to have a club?
We can have the worse than Dan club.
We should make
Luca.
Oh, I literally was just joking.
Oh, Carmen, she's just over there dropping her own info. How are you guys all doing?
Carmen is talking. I hung up the phone with her. She's still talking about work.
Oh my, she never stops. She never stops. Let's talk. She never stops. I'm just saying.
Although I have this, at night this week I was watching 60 Days In, the episodes I haven't seen before, the seasons. So we were talking about that, so that, you know.
Yeah, well, it brings it up.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, hello everyone. And I hope you all are doing well. Carmen, I don't even, she has finished her prison sentence, her earthly prison sentence, Flash fan. Well, the highway goes to hell, especially in California. And there is a place called Hell, Michigan, I think. I've never been there. Also, one of our officers was arrested for an inappropriate relationship with a student. Gross. Don't do that. Okay, that's all my news. Okay.
And then she goes, hey, shut up. Yeah, well, Carmen does have good stories, though. She does have.
Oh, she does. She does. I don't have any idea what their plans, what they're doing with her, Shenny. Shut up. Dang, Flash fan. I don't think a house landed on her.
Ding dong. Luke is like, geez.
I mean, dang.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello, hello. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. I did not mean to be gone all last week. I thought the witch melted when you threw water on her. But the first witch died when the house landed on her.
Yeah, the one with the ruby red slippers.
Yes, because her feet curled up when they took them off.
Yep.
Oops, sorry. Yes, there's a Hell, Michigan, and family has been there.
Idle.
So, we back in Salem's Lot now? Yes. No. I don't want to be here. Hey, what's up, Frank? It's good to see you, too.
Hey, Frankie.
Did she wear Prada? She may have, at one point, until she went to prison for her bad acts. Oh, my gosh. So,
Flash fan, don't you know she was the real life Wicked Witch of the worst?
Apparently, this new thing and new for me is, it's weird because it I'm gonna block them out, but it makes the comments you've clicked on, it kind of grays them out, so you know what you've clicked on and what you haven't clicked on. And it's weird because now, like, I'm like, what's wrong with my chat?
Yeah, I was gonna be like, wait, where did that go? Is it still in there? And I kept looking at my phone and the computer. I was like, it's still there. Okay.
No, it's still there. It just kind of blacks it out a little bit. So, yeah.
Gotcha.
Anyway, I am sorry. Last week, nothing bad was happening at all last week, except for I'm pretty sure if I tried to go back to Ohio and back to where, I think I could find Willard, but I think if I had to go back to find the place that we had to get gas, that place doesn't exist. That was the Twilight Zone. It was like this perfect little town in the middle of nowhere. I literally saw their old-fashioned street lights come on all at once.
Wow.
Like, where's Rod smoking a cigarette on the corner, getting ready to tell me why I'm never escaping from here? Like, where is he?
Where you just keep taking left turns and you think you're going to get out, but you just keep going down.
Yes.
You just end up still down Main Street. Just keep going down Main Street.
And it had, like, gorgeous houses, like old houses. They were so nice. But there was nobody out.
Ghost town.
Oh, it was. It was,
Those
but it was
towns
a nice.
freak me out.
It was a
I'm like,
nice
Malachi's
one.
gonna jump out and like, I don't know,
I
sacrifice me
mean,
on an altar or something.
I I was just like, I I haven't watched any episodes of this season yet, Haley. I don't know. I could have been, but I made it out. So I mean, it's like, and Ronnie said the same thing. Like, don't get stuck. Like in the movie from I didn't want to. I didn't want to. It was a nice town, Deidre. I'm telling you. I can't find it again. I don't know where it is. We, but it was an interesting, it was an interesting trip. On the way there, everything was fine. We were going through parts of Ohio I've never seen because I've not seen a lot of Ohio. And it was really pretty. And it was a lot of farmland, which is, planted but not grown up, and a lot of like really pretty houses. And then we go to this little town of Willard, and everybody there is so freaking nice. I'm like, what is going on? Like, are we, they are so nice. And then we leave. And when we left, I thought that my husband was going to stop and get gas at this big gas station that was on the corner as we were going out of this tiny town,
Yeah.
because we had his truck which takes diesel, and you can't just find that everywhere. And we had his trailer on the back of it, which we took up empty, but we brought back full. Like it had a car on it. And I knew he was low on gas, and he didn't stop. And I was kind of like, okay, well, I'm not driving, so I'm not going to say anything. And then he said, where's that other town that we came through right before we got here? Well, that was an hour away. Like, I don't know where it is. So we started asking Google for like, where's a gas station? Well, they're not in front of us. Of course, they're to the sides of us and back. So we and and we're on this little highway, 2-lane highway, and it's getting dark. So the first gas station we come to, I swear it's not there either. We
Yeah.
pull in, or we go to turn the corner because we can see the gas station on the corner. And it's closed, of course. It doesn't have diesel, so it doesn't matter. So even if there are pumps around, we couldn't have used it anyway. And it's got bars all over everything, the doors, the windows. I'm like, I don't know what's going to get us, but we're not stopping here.
Is this
I
gas
don't
station
care.
a prison? Like, what is happening? Do they try to keep people in and not let them out, or you gotta go in and then you can't come out? Like,
I was like,
that's like some Texas chainsaw crap. I would have been like, absolutely not. I don't even, just kept going. And like, I don't even know.
well, we did, and we're going in the opposite direction we need to be going, but we're going where we think hopefully is towards a gas station. But in my mind, I'm just sitting there going, I'm not going to ask you right now because you're hangry and I'm hangry, and I'm just really wondering why you didn't stop at that huge gas station on the corner.
He's like, we can't go back, AJ. We can't go back. It's only going forward. Dang it.
So we're driving, and he says something to me, and I'm just like, uh-huh. And he goes, why are you ignoring me? And I was like, I'm not ignoring you. But in my mind, I'm going, because if I ask you the question I want to ask you right now, this whole rest of this trip's going to go badly. Because we're going to get in a dumb argument, and it's just going to be stupid. So we were silent all the way into this perfect little town. And then I see the gas station, right? And I can tell he's nervous. And if he's nervous that we're going to run out of gas, I'm like, we're out. So then I start running through the scenarios in my mind about, okay, well, who's going to walk it wherever to get gas? And who's going to sit here in the middle of nowhere with the truck? Because that's a bad scenario for me, either one.
That's literally the entire plot of Jeepers Creepers, okay? Just don't do it.
Yeah, like that doesn't work well for me either way. I don't want to be sitting out here by myself, and I don't want to be walking in the dark along this highway that I don't know where I am by myself. So, nah, that's not going to work. So you got to get there. So we pull into this little town. I see the gas station. I see it's on the corner again, right? Every gas station is on the freaking corner. It's all lit up. It's all pretty. And he turns and he goes by it. I'm just going like, what is happening? I don't
I
say
would
a
have been
word
like,
though.
"Gee, take the wheel," and then I would have literally taken the wheel and turned the car. I would have been like, "That's it. We're switching. I'm not dealing with this crap. Get out of here."
Oh, he
You
would have known
passed
that's
like
not
all the
true.
gas stations.
I've never driven his truck, and two, I would never, it wouldn't be the first time with that trailer on the back of it. No way. So
Well, you
he
see,
goes
I
around the
always
corner.
drive.
Well, I don't. Not, I drive my car. He drives his. But we go
I
around the
drive
corner.
mine and Caleb's. Caleb doesn't drive mine.
He doesn't.
I won't. I don't like it when he drives mine.
Well, it's like, don't move my seat or my mirrors.
Yeah.
But so we go around the corner to another corner gas station. And this one is a teeny
second
tiny
corner
gas
gas
station. Yes. So, and it's closed. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Do we have enough to get back to the other corner? Like, I don't know. But the pump still worked. But so he was like, you gotta be shitting me. Because there's two pumps. But we've got his truck and the trailer. So he's trying to turn the corner. I'm like, there's no way that his trailer's coming off this road. Like, he's going to be hanging out in the street. But doesn't matter because nobody's out. Nobody's out.
It's like 4 p.m. Everyone in the entire the 100 people who live there, they're all having dinner at the same time. No one's up. They closed everything down. They went home.
I mean, oh my gosh. So we got gas and it was fine. Somehow, in the midst of all that, he muted his navigation, which we didn't realize until we missed a turn. And it beeped, like it didn't say rerouting. It just was like,
Yeah.
it made a noise that we knew we'd missed a turn. And it never rerouted us like back that way. So
Right.
we were driving through the country in the dark on this 2-lane highway, which was fine,
Oh,
except we didn't know where we were there, and we were hungry.
my nightmare.
We had not had anything to eat all day,
that
and
is
there's
my
no fast food. Every other place that we passed, which was a Dollar General, was like rolled up, closed.
Well, hey,
like,
I
where
mean, you
do
could have gotten a Lunchable at least.
I couldn't have gotten anything because I would have had to break in. So
Nobody
I'm
would have
like-
came out anyway. It was past their bedtime town, so he would have been fine. They probably left it unlocked.
I mean, there wasn't even a grocery store. I'm like, I said, this is why I know we're in the Twilight Zone. These people don't eat, and we are never eating again.
You're
Ever.
like, is this an A-bomb town? Like, what is this
Yeah.
even real? Is this like
This
even
is
a
not real.
place? You just see random old fridges in a field somewhere, like they're practicing. Like, what if we did this to a town? What would happen?
That's pretty much what it was like, Bobby. So it put us on Highway 4 in Ohio in the dark. Deer kept running out in front of us, and he'd like, I swear if I wreck my truck. I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, just, we're not. It's fine. We thought we were coming into this town because we could see all the lights, right? No, it was a rail yard. I'm like, okay. Okay. This is just, it's getting comical now. And we ended up in, I think, Marion, Ohio, which was a good sized place, but not where we were. And still, no fast food, no grocery stores, and no open gas stations when we went through wherever this was. We finally ended up, I think, in Findlay. which we're way south of, we're just, we're just heading south. So I know we're heading the right direction. And we got at a little gas station, and we got like a candy bar and a drink and called it good. It was like, let's just get home. Finally got onto I-70 right outside of Indiana, and then I think we got home at 2:30 in the morning. Like, it was ridiculous, and had to be back up at 5:30.
Insane.
Tuesday came. It was 6 o'clock, and I'm just looking at him like, can we just call it a day? Like, can we just go to bed? And
Yeah.
he's just like, he didn't want to give up that fast. He's like, not yet. So finally at 6:30, I'm like, I'm going upstairs. Like, I'm going to bed. And he was asleep by 7. And I mean, it was just,
I would have been in the corner in a fetal position being like, thank God I made it out of that entire situation. The amount of horror movies made in this town alone, I mean, that was a miracle that you made it out of there.
I mean, it was crazy. He goes, I swear we're going to go around this corner and it's going to say, like, welcome to Willard. And I said, I know it is. I know it is. And then we're going to find that cute little town. But I'm like, I don't know what's going to happen. He goes, I don't know. So then we just started talking Twilight Zone episodes that we thought we may be a part of at this point, because it just became, it was, we missed one more turn. And he was, he's like, you got to be effing kidding me. And this time, our GPS, it finally, it rerouted us, and we turned and went back. And then we were like going to I-70. And I said, do not get off this road until we hit Indianapolis. Like, just stay on it. I don't care what flashing sign we see that says it's got food. It doesn't. It's a lie. Everything is closed. We had what we're having. I had a Snickers, so I'm good. You had M&Ms and some Doritos. That's good. The most nutritious meal we've had all day. So just go. And yeah. So, oh my gosh,
That's
it was
crazy.
we didn't get in a fight from our being hangry, but so that was good.
That is a Twilight Zone episode right there. You guys
It
just like in the episode, it took 84 left turns, and it just like kept. You're like, I don't know how to get out of this loop.
We couldn't, because I said, I don't, there was a hospital in Galleon, I think. And
Are you
we
sure
passed it,
it
and I said,
was not a gas station?
I have no idea. I don't know. But I'm like, okay, I remember passing this, but I didn't remember like turning and passing it. I thought we just came straight past it, but we went straight past it when we were heading home, but we never passed any. There's a miniature version of the Washington Monument when you come into this town that you got to go around. It's not around. It's not a roundabout. The road just goes around it. We never saw that again, ever. So, I mean, it was like...
That is so weird.
I don't know. I don't know how these people eat. Don't ever leave your home, or like when you go to your destination, you fill up with gas there and you go back home, and then I hope you have gas at your house.
Bring a gas can with you full of gas, just in case if you end up in AJ situation, because I'll tell you, I will never go to Ohio because of this story. Thank you.
No, but it was gorgeous. I will say it was absolutely gorgeous. Had it not been nighttime,
They want you to think it's gorgeous, and then you get there, and then it's nighttime. Everything shuts down at like 6 p.m., and you're like, "What the hell is this?" And then you're running out of gas, and then the horror film starts playing. You know, you're getting chased by this weird guy in a big truck or something.
Yes. I did have a drink, but we were going to Ohio, for crying out loud. Like, it's not that far from my house. There's a Welsh guy that explores creepy haunted places, and he just got back to Wales after visiting Indiana. Well, sorry, I have to check him out. I'm not making it up. I wish. Well, That's what was on the trailer, is because we cannot, with the price of diesel here, it's, well, of course it came down, but we were spending way too much money in diesel fuel that we can actually make that car payment and be ahead to park his truck while these gas prices are insane. So, but it didn't have the mileage to make it back to our house. That's why we were, that's why it was on the vehicle. So it's heavy. So it was a heavy vehicle because those things are freaking heavy. But yeah,
Vehicle.
vehicle. But anyway, that was
can I just
my
say-
exciting trip. Yes.
Today I saw turkeys out, and I said, "Those bastards." But then I was driving down the back roads. All of a sudden, I stop, and I look over, and I was like, "What the fudge is that?" It looked like a turkey, but it wasn't. And I looked it up. It was a friggin' vulture. I'm like, what is going on with these birds? These birds are out of control. We need bird control or something. That thing looked me dead in the soul and was like, I'm following you and you're done. That was horrifying. That thing was
With-
crazy looking.
I thought about you last. I couldn't. I don't remember I was going, but I didn't have time to stop, or I would have taken a video because there was turkeys in the field when I was driving. I don't, probably my dad's or something, but two of the males were just all like fanned out. And I'm like, dang it, I want to take a picture of these, but I don't have time to stop. I want to send them to Gabby. Birth control. Oh, bird. Yes.
Yeah, we need some bird control over it.
Vultures.
These birds are out of control.
Vultures come to death.
Hey, thanks,
Oh.
Haley. Because I needed to know that.
The peacocks
can't
joined the turkeys. One is a white peacock and one group of turkeys. I'm surprised that thing survived. Being white out in the wild is not, usually you're picked off.
I don't know, but I saw that thing and it was pure evil. That thing looked at me and it was like, "Bish, what you looking at?" And I was like, "Okay, sorry," and I kept going.
Because your birds are mean. Like,
I have no idea. Like
they have attitudes out there.
it's got to be something in the soil they're eating. I don't know what's happening, but the birds are out of control over here.
That's what we have here. I think we have the turkey vultures, which they're like they don't bother you, and they're supposedly really smart and very sociable animals. So I don't know.
Well, that's what I mean. That's my biggest fears. They're smart. That word "smart" right there. What is this? Gabby needs.
It's lead boots, so they can't carry her away.
No, yeah, I for real need. No, I'm not gonna leave my car if I see one of those things. Are you kidding me? Absolutely not. I'm rolling up my window.
All right. I guess that's enough of. I want some turkey now.
You come down here and get all you want. They're out right now.
They don't bother me unless they get in my way. Like they don't fly. Sometimes they don't. The young ones aren't smart enough yet to fly. Like, hey, here comes a car, and they kind of take off at last minute, and I just don't want them to hit my car because they're big.
Well, the only time I've ever seen like a vulture is in those like old timey cartoons where they're sitting on the branch and laughing at the thing or circling like a cow carcass, and they're all like singing some weird cartoon song, and then they, I'm like, what? These things are real? Like, look at that thing staring at me.
Oh, Bets is getting buried in the hood?
What hood?
Betty's getting... What hood? That'll tickle Betty off. She will haunt that place for sure. I mean, just tell you. I love owls.
Yeah, owls are cool.
I can hear them in our woods. All right. So if you forgot what we were doing, me too. I had to look it back up. We got
I
through
did not.
the first few, well, week one for us, of the Derris Lewis trial. This is Ohio versus Derris Lewis. He is on trial for not so much like doing the deed himself, but being a part of the group of people who allegedly caused the death of his twin brother, Dennis. They were 17 years old at the time. They were honor students. They were active in sports and band. Like they had everything. They were doing everything right. Derris was going to go to Ohio State. Dennis was going somewhere in Florida. I don't remember where it was. I don't. We've only seen the first. We saw their mom testify. She was the first witness that they called. She was really. It was hard to watch, but she was. I don't know. We all had a very soft spot for her because she just, you could tell, is just torn here. She does not think her son did this to his twin brother. The one thing that they are relying on, and this trial took place in 2009, the incident took place in 2008. But they're relying on, there's a bloody palm print in Dennis's room. And it's Derris's palm print with Dennis's blood. But Derris lived there until recently, and so I don't know why his palm print wouldn't. His prints should be all over the house. And when his mom was testifying, he just struck me as, I don't know, his emotions seemed very raw and seemed very real. They did not seem to be, manufactured in any way. I'm not convinced yet. And we've only seen, a few, we haven't seen a ton of witnesses. We did see, you're correct, we saw 147 pictures of the crime scene. But we haven't gotten really into the heart of the evidence, I don't think. So, Palm, P-A-L. You guys, yes, we were watching a trial. So, today we're going to get into some crime scene investigators. We've got a couple of officers, and then we're going to end with one of the first latent fingerprint examiners. Then tomorrow is probably, I guess, the big wig latent fingerprint examiner. So that's where we are with this. That's kind of seems like what they're hanging their hats on here is this palm print, which to me, okay, fine. If you didn't find his prints anywhere in the house, that would be more suspect than finding them everywhere. Like who?
That's what I mean. Like he lived there. Of course, his DNA is going to be all over that place. His fingerprints,
Yes.
his feet prints, his hair. It's going to be everywhere.
Yes. Yeah, like I just am not. I'm just not here. Like they're gonna have to come in with something major to make me think that just from what I have seen from him, knowing their background, they aren't out. Yeah, in his own house. I mean, it's not like these guys weren't out. I don't know, lack of a better term, they weren't out like gangbanging every night with their friends and doing drive-bys or whatever. Also, one thing I forgot to tell you that I learned last week, Gabby did join a gang, and I'm the whitest person she knows. So if I said that wrong, that's why.
That's something Baker would say.
Well,
although I knew Carmen would understand what I was saying, she answered me immediately, didn't even ask me what I meant.
I was too tired to figure it out. I'm like, I don't care what. I don't care. I mean, like, if nothing's going to happen to me, I don't care.
Oh, it's so funny. Oh, God.
So there you guys go. That was the last story I had from last week that you missed.
Oh, my God.
But anyway, he does not seem. They just weren't that type of kid. Sorry, Flashman. I was trying to think of a different way to say it, and I just couldn't. So, my apologies. Yeah, they just charged the only prints they found. Yes, regardless of how they got there. Exactly, because we haven't heard of anybody else being charged in this, and we know there was more than him. Like, Derris wasn't the only person there. There was somebody holding a firearm to his mom's head in another room. And then Dennis and whoever, I don't know, because they don't know, got into a scuffle in his bedroom, and then his life was taken. So, but where are these other people? And
But wait, so do they have a weapon?
there was one held to his mom's head, and then I think he had a round fired to the.
Did the police have that
Oh,
weapon?
I don't know. We've
Oh,
not
okay.
heard that.
Okay.
Whoever has nothing to do with it.
It wasn't me.
When AJ says gangbanger, my mind didn't go to the hood. I would expect nothing less, Phantasser.
No, I wasn't expecting you to say that. So when you did, I looked up. My eyes were like wide open. I was like, "What did you just say? Excuse me." It's like me seeing the vulture all over again.
And yes, I now know Indiana is the South. What's up, Mrs. McPickle Pounder? Ew. Oh, Bree.
Oh my God. Bree,
Picked a
just
good time to come in, I think.
Go back 5 minutes, and then go back to live after you hear it. That's hilarious.
Okay, so first up is Miss Deborah Lambourne. I think she is I don't think her official term is a CSI person, but I think that's, I don't remember, be honest with you. And I've even looked at it today. I even looked at it right before we started. I don't remember. So I'm just going to stop pretending I do.
AJ was too far into like Googling how to join a gang.
Well, I am very south from Gary's north by Chicago. I am south of that by a while. FYI. Okie doke, here we go. Oh no, this lawyer.
The sound, there's no sound to the video. When you mute your mic, first the sound is super low. And then when you mute your mic, the sound went away.
You know what? Because something weird happened. Because when I stopped sharing the other screen that I was sharing that had Betty's news story on there, it just brought this one up, and I'm like, I wasn't sharing this one. So that might be why. All right, let me know now.
If you would,
Way
please
better.
state your name and assignment
Got
for
it.
the record,
Sorry.
please.
It's Deborah Lambourne, Lambourne. And my
Still good, that's on
assignment
you.
is the Columbus Police Crime Lab.
Yep, sounds good.
Okay. You may inquire.
Thank you, Don.
Ms. Lambourne, how long have you been with the Columbus Police Crime Lab?
Approximately 16 years.
And what is your area of specialty?
Primarily DNA analysis. I do screen for biological fluid analysis, but to eventually perform the DNA analysis.
Now, can you give us a little bit of an idea about your training, education-wise, and your work background?
I have a Bachelor's of Science degree from Ohio State University. When I graduated from Ohio State, I worked in the healthcare field for approximately 20 years at the Ohio State Health Department, and then at the Columbus Health Department in the Sexually Transmitted Disease Laboratory. And then in 1992, I transferred to the crime laboratory where DNA analysis was just in its beginnings.
Seriously, Guy, why are your questions not ready?
Were you called upon pursuant to your duties with the DNA lab to make an analysis and a comparison in the Derris Lewis, Dennis Lewis case?
Yes, I was.
Now, can you give us an idea of just how many times before in your past have you had occasion to extract DNA and make comparisons?
I think each of us currently today are doing approximately 150 to 200 cases of DNA. Average number of samples per case, probably half a dozen or so. The technology is such today that we can do a lot more samples than we used to be when it first started, because it was very hands-on and time-consuming. It's much more expedited today, so I'd say probably I do 200 cases and there's an average of 6 samples. That'd be 1,200 extractions a year.
And how many other people do the same type of work that you do?
There's 2 other analysts.
And do they keep you very busy?
We're extremely busy.
And has the technology that you use, has that exonerated people as well as accused them?
Yes, it does. Yes.
Now, have you been designated an expert witness and been allowed to testify in court before and give your opinion?
Yes, I have.
On approximately how many occasions?
I want to say maybe 30 to 40 times.
And how many of these have been in Franklin County?
The majority of them have been in Franklin County. I've also testified in juvenile, federal court here, Madison County, Delaware County, Licking County.
And can you give us just a brief rundown so we're all on the same page? What is DNA?
DNA is a genetic material that's found in the nucleus of every cell and in any living thing, but we're particularly interested in the human body. Your DNA is the same in every cell. So when we're doing DNA analysis, we're basically looking for any biological fluid that we can test and then do a comparison to a standard, whether it's from a suspect or a victim.
Is DNA in blood?
Blood is probably one of the better sources of DNA.
And is DNA in hair?
It would be in the hair root, the type of DNA that I do, nuclear DNA. There are other types of DNA available today which do not necessarily need a nucleus. It's based on different types of DNA.
Now, in a general sense, how is DNA collected from a crime scene?
Most of our evidence is submitted. If it's clothing, we usually get the clothing article. If it's blood stains that can be cut out, we usually get a cutout stain. If it's, say, a small droplet or whatever, we usually get a swab of blood, which is like a one-ended Q-tip that is moistened with some distilled water and just rubbed onto the blood stain so that it's transferred to the Q-tip, and then that's air dried and then submitted to the laboratory.
I'm going to hand you a picture marked State's Exhibit B92. I need you to look at it and tell us if this represents or appears to represent someone collecting a DNA sample.
Yes, it does.
Now, once those samples are collected, what is done with them?
They would be air dried and submitted to the Columbus Police Property Room.
Where are they kept prior to you looking at them?
Generally, blood swabs that are collected, and we don't know that they're blood yet, but experience tells you it's probably blood, so it's collected, and they're frozen at the property room.
And do they remain frozen until you have a chance to examine them, compare them?
Yeah, they're transferred from the property room to the laboratory where they're, once again, stored frozen.
Now, the process for extracting DNA and preparing it for comparison, when you do that, do you have an opportunity to expand a sample of DNA?
No, I'm not sure what that question means.
All right. It's very often you have a very small sample of DNA. Is that correct?
That's correct. That's all we need in these days is a very small amount.
Okay. And can you operate from a very small amount?
Normally, yes.
Now, if you have DNA of two people mixed together, person A and person B, and their DNA is different, can you make that notation? Can you observe that a DNA is a mixture and tell not only that it is a mixture, but whose mixture it is?
We know immediately if we have a mixture because we have what's called alleles. We have more alleles than what is allowed for a single sample. If we have two individuals that we're comparing it to, and we can pull both of those individuals out, we might be able to say something about it. Sometimes we have mixtures that are so awful that everybody and their brother could be in them. So we just say it consists of a mixture and is not suitable for comparison purposes.
Just a moment, please. I've handed you what's marked State's Exhibit E. Please look over the property number and tell us what this represents.
This was an oral swab standard submitted from a possible suspect in this case.
Now, when you say standard, what do you mean? What do you mean by that?
We have two ways of having standards. One is either a blood stain standard from the morgue or oral swab standards, which is just, once again, that one-ended Q-tip rubbed on the inside of an individual's cheek, and we can use that for a standard today.
I'm going to hand you what has been marked State's Exhibit E1. I want you to look it over, and then I'm going to ask you some questions about it. I'm sorry, Your Honor. Let me make that E2. I just want to establish. Now, in E2, would you tell us, first of all, what that is and what type of work that you are being asked to do?
This is the lab request submitted with the oral swab standard from Derris Lewis. She says to, Althea Young says, test the below submitted DNA sample with the above victim's DNA to determine if they are identical twins.
And does your report reflect a morgue number for Mr. Lewis?
Yes, that would be morgue number 08-0214.
State's Exhibit D10, which has already been previously identified, does that reflect the same morgue number?
Yes, that would be the autopsy number.
Now, pursuant to your observations in State's Exhibit E2 and the tests that you performed, are Derris and Dennis Lewis identical twins?
Based on the DNA results, I would have to say yes, they are.
And based on that result, they would have identical DNA. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Just a moment, please.
Why he wasn't ready, but his person sitting there with him could keep getting stuff ready. Good grief.
Ms. Lambourne, I'm going to hand you what has been marked State's Exhibit E1, and I want you to look it over, and I'm going to ask you some questions about it, please. Now, State's Exhibit E1 has a number of envelopes and things or swabs that you are being asked to look at and compare to a blood standard from Dennis Lewis and an oral swab from Derris Lewis. The blood standard from Dennis was represented in the morgue number 08214, and their oral swab from Derris Lewis is represented by the property number 083164. Now, the first thing I want to ask you to do is tell us if you did a test, presumptive test for blood.
I did on the swabs, yes.
Okay, and did you test swab number 1 for a presumptive test for blood?
Yes, I did.
And what did that indicate?
That blood was present.
All right. On swab number 2, actually, swabs numbers 1 through 12 and number 15, you performed a presumptive test. Is that right?
That's correct.
And They all came back blood, is that right?
No, not number 15. 15 was negative for blood.
Okay. If it's negative for blood, do you know what it is?
No, I don't.
Could be paint?
Possibly.
Okay. Now, I want to ask you about some of the swabs that you examined. When you examined these swabs, did you have an idea as to the location that these swabs were taken from?
The location was fairly specific.
And was it marked on the outside of the envelopes that were submitted to you?
I don't believe so.
Okay. Now, I'm going to hand you what has been marked State's Exhibit C43, property number 081318, and I need you to tell us if these are the swabs that you compared to the samples from Dennis and Derris Lewis.
Yes, they are.
Now, looking at those samples and looking at your reports, I want you to tell us whether property number 1318 swab 1, labeled as blood swab from east wall, north bedroom, north of window, is that the blood of Dennis and/or Derris Lewis?
Yes, it is.
You are unable to tell which one.
Correct.
All right. The same with swab 2, labeled in your report, blood swab from north bedroom, south wall, west of closet. Same result?
Correct, yes.
All right. Swab number 3, blood swab, north bedroom, south wall, west of closet. Same result?
Yes.
Blood swab north, on to 081318, number 9, swab number 9, jumping from 3 to 9, swab west hallway door, south of attic door. Same result?
Yes.
And 1318 swab number 12, blood swab north exterior front door.
Yes.
Okay. And blood swab 15, you found not to be blood at all.
That's correct.
Okay. Now, in any of your testing, and I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 extractions and comparisons just from this exhibit, did you find the DNA of anyone but Dennis and/or Derris Lewis?
No, I did not.
I'm going to hand you what has been marked State's Exhibit E3. I want you to look it over in just a moment. Tell me what it is.
This is a request for fingernail scrapings from the victim, and I guess blood swabs were taken from the hands.
Now, you examined those and compared them to Dennis/Derris Lewis, and were you able to determine, to make a comparison with that debris and the DNA swabbed externally from Mr. Lewis?
I did a presumptive test on the fingernail scrapings from the right and left hand and the swab from the right and left hand, and I only did DNA analysis to the fingernail scrapings with blood from the right hand.
And what did your analysis show?
It matched the DNA from the blood standard of Dennis
Dennis
and
Derris.
Derris.
All right.
Yes, Lewis.
Okay. Thank you. Just a moment, please. And Ms. Lambourne, are these your conclusions to a reasonable degree of scientific certainty?
Yes, they are.
All right. One other minor, just sort of clarification question. There were a number of swabs submitted. Swabs 4 through 8 were not analyzed. Is there a reason for that?
Most of these swabs were all in the same vicinity of each other, and marked like such and such below number 5, and just to preserve the evidence. If it needed to be tested later, it could be. But at the time that I did the DNA analysis, I just tested a swab from from different locations, from some that were all from the same area.
Now, is that the same approach on 10 and 11, those swabs as well?
Yes.
Okay. Nothing further this witness, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Merchant. Mr. Neiman, cross-examination.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning, Ms. Lambourne. I'll be brief. You were never at the crime scene, were you?
No, sir.
Okay. And basically what your job is to analyze what is given to you from the crime scene, right?
Yes.
So you have no idea what condition this blood may have been in. You simply test it presumptively, and you test it for DNA, right?
That's correct.
Okay. So if there were some type of a fingerprint or bloody palm print or something, you have nothing to do with that. You simply test what's given to you, right?
Yes.
And you don't know where it was taken from, right?
No, other than the north bedroom, east wall, whatever.
Yes, ma'am. You cannot testify that the blood you analyzed was anyone other than Dennis Lewis, absent other information, right?
Could you repeat that? I'm sorry.
You can't testify that Derris Lewis was at the crime scene definitively, can you?
No, I can't.
In fact, absent other evidence, all the blood you tested is that of Dennis and or Derris Lewis, right?
Yes.
Because they have the same DNA.
Right.
Right. And I just want to get this out again. You testified a moment ago that there are 5 blood swabs that you never tested. Is that correct?
That's correct.
That'll be all. Thank you.
Thank you, counsel. Questions?
Nothing, sir.
Thank you. You may step down.
All right. Well, we learned that she doesn't know who if it was Derris or Dennis. What's up, Jess? How are you? Oh my goodness. That was not pointless because she cannot say whose blood that was. And that, to me, then you can't say, why is Derris sitting there? I thought maybe she was going to have something from underneath his fingernails. But even at that, that's just either one of them. All right, so we've got Officer Brent Close, I wrote Brett, and John Blubaugh coming up. If these guys don't talk fast, I'll speed them up. I sped that the direct up, but I swear every time I was speeding it up that they started talking slower. So I don't know. I might want to share it with you though so you can see it. Yes, it is. Blubaugh. B-A-U-G-H. Well, if you're watching from the beginning, I did make her laugh pretty hard right when I started. Right before I think I had started the trial. And then I messed it up. She laughed pretty hard then. He changed his name after the vasectomy. You guys. Yeah, the testimony was good for the defense. Because who knows? And if you're going to say it's Dennis's DNA, Dennis's blood, then you don't. Was he just fighting with whoever the attackers were? We don't know. And you can't for sure say it's Derris's blood at all. So to me, that takes Derris out of the equation to not be sitting where he's sitting right now. All right. Well, this guy looks scared.
My name is Brent Close. Work for the Division of Police, City of Columbus. I'm presently assigned to a day shift on 2 Precinct.
Spell your last name, please.
C-L-O-S-E.
You may inquire.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How long have you been a Columbus police officer?
I'm in my 11th year.
And would you describe for the jury the different positions you've held with the Columbus Police Department?
Most of the time I've been in patrol on night shift, the overnight shift. Then I also worked in the Detective Bureau and Fraud and Forgery for about 9 months. And then I came out the day shift on patrol about 3 months ago.
Briefly describe for us what a patrol officer does.
Mostly answer calls to service, traffic enforcement, and then patrolling, trying to stop crime.
I want to turn your attention back to the morning of January 18th of last year and ask if you were working that morning.
Yes, sir.
And did you have a partner that day, or were you working alone?
I had a partner,
Who was your partner?
Officer Paul Feder.
Okay. What shift were you working?
It was an evening mid-watch shift. It would have been 6:30 p.m. to 4:30 a.m.
At some point, did you receive a dispatch sending you to 1161 Loretta?
We did.
What was the nature of that dispatched run?
It was a shooting.
Any other information at that point?
Not that I recall.
Okay. Do you recall where you were when you got the call?
Not exactly. We were very close in the area, in the neighborhood.
Okay. And did you respond directly to that location?
We did.
Is this a lights and sirens run?
Yes, it is.
Were you the first officers to arrive on the scene?
Yes, we were.
When you got there, tell us what you saw and what you did.
When we exited the cruiser, I could hear what appeared to be, or what sounded like a female's voice screaming from inside the residence. Officer Feder and I went to the side door. If you're facing the house, it would have been on the right side. Went to the right side door. The door was closed, but it was unlocked. We opened up the door, announced who we were, Columbus Police, and the screaming was definitely, we could tell it was definitely coming from inside. So we went inside. There was a front room. In the front room, there was an older female sitting on the couch and a younger female standing beside her.
I want to approach you with what's been marked for identification purposes as State's Exhibit A. Do you recognize that?
Yes, I do.
You assume that the street Loretta is up here at the top?
Yes.
Okay, if you would, show us the door that you entered.
And this one here.
And where did you find the woman in the house?
Here and here. There was a woman seated here on the sofa and a woman standing in this area here.
One of the women had some physical handicaps.
That's correct, yes.
She was the one sitting on the couch.
One sitting on the couch, yes. The older of the two.
Describe their demeanor.
They were hysterical. They were screaming loud enough that we heard them from outside.
Do you recall what it was they were screaming?
No, I don't.
Okay. What's the first thing that's important to you when you get to a scene like that?
If there's anybody still in the house with a gun.
Got to secure the location. Did you do that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Did other officers arrive to assist you in doing that?
Yes, there were several other officers there.
Officer Close, yourself.
There was Officer Feder, Officer Barton, Officer Hammond. That's all I can remember right off.
The rest of the cavalry arrived pretty quickly?
Absolutely. Very quickly, yes.
All right. So you've secured the house. Where are the two women at this point?
The two women are still here. There was a body here.
When you say here, you may want to
Oh, I'm
indicate
sorry.
where you're pointing for the record.
The women stayed here in the living room. The one on the couch stayed on the couch at that time while we cleared the house. Officer Federer and Barton and I went and cleared the rest of this house, the rest of the house here. But there was a body laying right there.
Okay, and you would call it a couch, but it's marked as a
I'm sorry,
sofa.
a sofa. I'm sorry, yeah, a sofa in the hallway.
Where was the body?
Right where 13 is, one here in the hallway between what's listed as the northeast bedroom and the stairs to the attic.
Okay? You observed the body when you went to secure the house?
Correct.
Okay. Did you stop to check the body at that point?
The person didn't appear to be breathing. There was blood. There was didn't appear to be breathing. There was blood all over him. It looked like something to the head or face.
Was that your first priority to secure the residence?
Yes. Yes.
After the residence was secured, did the medics arrive?
The medics did arrive.
Did the medics attempt to treat him?
Yes.
And was he ultimately transported by the medics?
I don't recall.
All right. All right. These two women who were in the living room, at some point, did you make contact with them?
Yes, I spoke with the female that was seated on the sofa.
Later identified to you as April Lewis, the mother of the young man?
Aggie, I believe, was her last name, Ms. Aggie.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
That's how she was identified to me.
She was the woman with the physical handicap?
Correct.
All right. What was the purpose in talking to her at that point?
Well, at some point, we took her to the kitchen. I helped her to the kitchen, and she was seated in the kitchen. We were waiting for a wagon to come so we could take her out of the house and secure her in the wagon. So at that point, I was just there to talk to her,
Okay.
see if she needed anything.
When officers arrived, did they attempt to gain information to...
Like a paddy wagon? What kind of wagon? I know his mom cannot. She has a lot of health issues. I think she has MS. Okay, because I'm thinking, why are you putting her in a transport van? That's harder for her to get into. That makes more sense. It's a hot dog wagon. This is just weird phrasing. A wagon. Okay. I'm glad this guy's asking questions. Not this guy, other guy. A kitty wagon? That's what I was thinking. That's horrible. Put her in a wagon. I know. What is she, Gilbert Grape's mom or something? The Oscar Mayer Wiener car. Well, you didn't put Wiener. I said that. Oh, there's so many things. It could have been. My gosh. I was just not expecting that. Maybe he did tie his tie too tight.
relay to other officers as to the events that have occurred?
Yes, sir.
As far as number of suspects, descriptions of suspect, direction of travel, those kinds of things?
Yes, sir.
Was that information obtained from her that day?
Yes, sir.
What did she tell you as to the number of suspects who were in her residence?
She said 3 to 5.
3 to 5.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Was she able to tell you how they got in the house?
No, she was. She heard a big boom, she said. She was asleep on the sofa, is what she told me.
Okay.
She heard a big boom. She woke up. There were 3 to 5 males with darker black colored masks and darker black colored clothing. One of them, I'm sorry, she said that all of them had big silver guns. I asked her about the guns. She said they were handguns. She said that one of them put it to her head and told her not to move, to turn her face away from them. Then she said that 2 of them went to the hallway. This door was closed, she said. They forced
Say this door.
Okay, I'm sorry. The northeast bedroom door was closed. They forced their way into the northeast bedroom door where she said her son was sleeping. She said she heard a struggle. She heard her son yell, "Don't mess with my mom." The individual that had the gun to her head here in front of the sofa in the living room asked her, "Where is the money?" She stated that she told them that they were poor, they didn't have any money. She said she continued to hear a struggle here in the hallway or in this general area towards the bedroom until she heard gunshots or a shot. She didn't know how many. And then she said that all the males exited the side door, which would have been the side door here that we came in.
So she didn't, if I'm understanding you, she was not able to tell you how they gained entrance,
No, she was not.
but she did tell you how they exited,
Correct.
and that they were 3 to 5 individuals.
3 to 5.
And did you air that information?
I don't recall if I aired it, but it was aired.
Was
Yes.
it aired by
Yes.
you or other members of the police department who had responded?
Yes, sir.
And is that information important to you to gather in ascertaining who did this crime?
Yes, sir.
Any doubt in your mind as to the number of suspects she said to you?
No.
Are you familiar with the term known as securing the scene?
Yes, sir.
What does it mean to secure the scene?
It means to leave it as we found it as much as we can and make sure that it is left as found as much as we can. We take people out. That's what I was getting to with the taking her into the kitchen to get her out of the house. Then there's officers making sure that no one enters or leaves that isn't supposed to be there.
Okay. Once you had asked, when you first entered the house, you saw the 2 women in the front room.
Correct.
Okay. You then secured the residence and found where the victim was by the stairway, by the bedroom.
Correct.
Okay. The 2 women, are they still in the family room or the living room at that point?
Yes.
Okay. Did you ever allow them back near the body once you had secured the house?
No, sir.
Did you take them to the kitchen to get them away from that location?
Yes, sir.
Would you have taken them directly out of the house but for her physical limitations?
That's correct.
So once you were able to deal with her physical limitations, they were completely removed from the scene.
Correct. Yes.
Prior to them being completely removed from the scene, did they have access to walk around within that crime scene?
Not after we got there, no, sir.
All right. Once the people are removed from the house, is there further work done to secure the crime scene?
Yes, outside. It was taped off.
Okay. Why do you put up tape?
In case there's evidence outside and to keep people back.
Is the tape used as a barrier?
It's used, yes, sir.
Okay. Keep everybody on one side, the police on the other.
Yes, sir.
Is that standard practice at a crime scene?
Yes, sir.
Was that done in this case?
Yes, sir.
Did you allow the public to go inside that residence once you and other uniformed officers had secured that scene?
No, sir.
You're sure of that?
I'm positive of that, yes.
One moment, please. Thank you, sir. I don't have any additional questions.
On behalf of Mr. Lewis, Mr. Neiman,
Your Honor, we have no questions for this witness.
you may step down, officer. If you would, please state your name, assignment, rank, and who you work for.
Okay, my name is John Blubaugh. My current rank is sergeant. I work for the Columbus Division of Police.
You may spell your last name, please, Sarge.
Last name spelled B-L-U-B-A-U-G-H.
You may inquire.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Sergeant.
Afternoon.
How long you been with the Columbus Police Department?
About 14 and a half years.
Describe the different positions you've held.
I've been a patrol officer. I've been in the Detective Bureau. And currently I'm back on patrol as a sergeant.
What detective bureau were you in?
I was with the Domestic Violence Squad, and I was also in the Accident Investigation Unit.
And how long did you spend in those respective positions?
Approximately a year and a half on each unit.
So a total of 3 years in the detective bureau?
That's correct.
How long have you been a sergeant?
Almost 3 years.
What is a sergeant as opposed to a regular patrol officer?
We supervise the patrol officers.
Do you also work in a marked cruiser
Yes, I do.
in uniform,
Yes,
as opposed to detectives who are plainclothes?
that's correct.
All right. So as a sergeant, you may be in charge of a group of patrol officers during a particular shift.
That's correct.
All right. How many officers do you supervise in a shift?
It's anywhere from 5 to up to 15 or 20, depending on coverage.
Okay. How many cars would that entail?
10 to 15.
And how big an area?
Anywhere from probably 10 to could be up to 25 square miles.
Back on January 18th of last year, what was your assignment?
That night I was working 2 precincts, Sergeant.
Okay, and what does that mean?
I was the supervisor for the crew on the 2nd precinct, which is between Morse Road and Hudson.
Okay. At some point, did you receive a dispatch to go to 1161 Loretta Avenue?
Yes.
What was the nature of that dispatch?
It was a call of a shooting.
Any other information obtained at that point?
I believe it may have been aired as a home invasion.
Did you get to that location?
Yes, I did.
Do you recall how long it took you to get there?
5 minutes.
When you arrived, were there other officers already on the scene?
Yes, there were.
When you arrived, had the officers who had arrived on the scene already secured the residence?
Yes, they did.
So the residence was secure when you got there?
That is correct.
What did you do when you got there, knowing that the residence, or being informed that the residence was secured?
After seeing that the residence was secured, I went inside and wanted to see if we had any witnesses, where they were at, and any other updates that we may have gotten.
And did you come in contact with Mrs. Lewis?
Yes, I did.
You noticed that she had some physical handicaps?
Yes.
Okay. Where did you encounter her?
She, at the time I arrived, she was sitting in the kitchen.
Okay. Is it important to gather information at that point as to the number of suspects, descriptions of suspects, direction of travel,
Yes, it is.
vehicle, if anything's known?
Yes.
Did you attempt to gather that kind of information?
Yes, I did.
Did you talk to Mrs. Lewis at that point?
Yes, I did.
What did she tell you?
She told me that she was not sure how they made entry, but anywhere from 3 to 5 suspects had come into the house. A gun was put to her head during the process, and that her son had been shot.
Okay. She told you she didn't know how they got in the house.
That's correct.
Did she mention whether or not they had weapons?
Yes. She said that one of them had put a gun to the side of her head.
You used the number 3 to 5. Did she give you that number?
Yes. She said it was 3, 4, or 5. She wasn't sure.
Did she indicate whether or not they were masked?
Yes, she said they had masks on.
Did she indicate whether or not she was awake or asleep when they came in the house?
That I don't recall.
Did she indicate whether or not the lights were on in the residence at that point?
No.
No, she didn't indicate, or no, they weren't?
No, she didn't indicate.
Did she indicate how they got out of the house?
She said she was not sure. She said they either left through the side door or the front door. Again, she wasn't positive.
What was her demeanor when you talked to her?
She was very shaken up, pretty hysterical, very scared.
Was she allowed back into the area where her son was once you arrived at the scene?
No.
Was anyone allowed back into that area?
Just the detectives that were processing the scene.
Crime scene search unit?
That's correct.
Okay. When a scene is secured, what is the purpose in securing a scene?
It's to make sure the integrity of the scene is basically so that the scene is as it was after whatever crime occurred.
Okay. Columbus Police Department has different divisions within it.
Yes,
And each division has its own set of responsibilities.
that's correct.
On a case like this, is there a homicide squad in the Columbus Division of Police?
Yes, there is.
And would there be homicide detectives assigned to this case?
Yes, there would have been.
And were there, to your knowledge?
Yes.
All right. There's also a crime scene search unit.
That's correct.
And do detectives from the crime scene search unit come to this location?
Yes.
And is it their job to process the scene?
Yes, it is.
And was that done?
Yes.
Once the scene was secured by uniformed personnel of the Columbus Police Department, were any civilians allowed back into that northeast bedroom?
Absolutely not.
You're sure of that?
I'm positive.
Thank you. Nothing further.
Mr. Neiman, cross-examination?
Sergeant Blubaugh, what was the name of the lead homicide detective in this case?
I was questioned by Althea Young. I'm not sure who the lead was. That may have been her. I don't know.
And it is true that she appeared on the scene that morning and interviewed you personally, right?
That's correct.
And you told her basically what you just testified to here today, right?
That's correct.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Neiman. Further questions?
No, thank you.
You may step down, Sergeant. You may call your next witness.
I saw that too. Good job, closed captions.
I mean, yeah, seriously though, like, come on. We all knew
he's like,
that
I
was gonna
spelled
happen.
it. He's like, I spelled it for you and everything.
He's like, thank you, Sergeant Blubaugh. He only has one now?
He lost one during testimony.
He lost.
Okay.
Yeah, he lost one during the war.
I'm trying to remember, and I know one of you in here probably will remember. Did the mom or somebody, I can only think it would have been the mom at this point, out of the witnesses we've seen so far, did they say somebody went into the bedroom after they had supposedly secured the scene? Why? Because they keep asking that nobody else, like no civilian was allowed into the house after you secured the scene. And I'm trying to think, why do they keep asking that?
He misplaced it.
No, she's talking about his ball.
Oh. Never mind. My bad. All I saw was he misplaced it, and I was like, oh, maybe she's got the answer.
No, she probably does have the answer.
We're talking about the ball. The one ball.
That wasn't what she was talking about.
Got it. All right.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Okay. Muting my mic.
The whole house was the scene, and they sure as hell didn't secure that. They could have got the evidence from anywhere they'd been, especially the entry and the exit. Yeah. And that dang side door that poor mom was sitting there trying to figure out on his horrible drawing of the house. He could have just simplified that drawing for her, knowing her limitations, but he didn't.
Wait a minute. Did they call Eileen Warnos as a witness?
Be your ghost.
Yeah, I mean,
you
okay,
thought of
I'm
that,
just
and I
gonna
went
mute
to
it. Okay.
I went to like David Coverdale of lead singer of Whitesnake. That's where I went.
Oh my god. I love it.
I don't know.
Oh my god.
We
Find
shall
the
see
ball
what.
gate. There's another gate. We have another gate.
Yes. Oh no, no.
Find the missing blue ball gate.
This is Kimberly. Sharrock, I think.
If that's what she's
Kato
called herself,
Kalin.
sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Kato Kalin.
Are you kidding me?
Now I can't unsee it. I can't.
No.
unsee it.
She can break a watermelon with her thighs. I mean, look at her neck. This woman is business. She works out 23 hours a day, nonstop does squats. I mean, she can lift 325 with her neck. Okay? This woman means business. All right?
Whoever. Kato was smaller than this guy. Oh my God.
It's not a guy, it's a woman. I mean, woman. Yeah. What did you say your name was? Caitlin?
Kato Kalin. Remember from, you know. You know. Who
No,
Kato
I don't.
Kalin is. Oh, he was O.J. Simpson. He was like big in the O.J. Simpson trial.
Oh.
He was like surfer dude kind of guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I know who you're talking about now. Yep. Oh
He
my God,
sleeps
totally.
in-
They have the same haircut.
Yes.
Wow, it just flashed in my head, Kato, and I was like, oh, dang, they got the same haircut.
She's from everyone's neck of the woods. I think I could win. I think I could win arm wrestling against Kato.
She sleeps
Maybe.
in the plank of poison. Yes. Not even
Position,
phased. She
not poison.
Yeah, shit. Whatever. It doesn't even matter. She just wakes up and she's like, refreshing. Breaks a watermelon with her thighs, eats it. She's like,
Wow,
"Let's do
you're getting
this."
very detailed. All right, let's
Maybe
do this.
that's where the missing ball is. In her corner pocket. You know what I mean?
It could be. No, Kato would win by talking my arm off. He probably would. I'd give him a run for his money, though.
Oh my God, totally Kato haircut. Wow.
All right, let's see what we got here.
Yeah, let's see.
'Cause now- Yay.
I mean, come on. Whew. It's going to be awesome. All right.
If
I'm
you
a-
would, please state your
Okay.
name, assignment, and who you work for the record, please.
Kimberly Sharrock, latent print examiner. That's Sharrock.
Hey,
For the Columbus Police Department.
Hell yeah.
You may inquire.
Thank you. How long you had that position?
I've been a latent examiner for about 10 years now.
And describe for the jury what a latent print examiner does.
Evaluate, analyze, compare prints to known prints, or write summaries, try to identify prints to known using a manual comparison or a computer, which is the APHIS computer, automated fingerprint identification system.
Okay. You've done this for about 10 years?
As a latent print examiner,
Okay, what did you do before that?
I worked in the identification unit. I've been employed there for about 24 years.
And what did you do those other 14 years?
I took fingerprints from persons that were brought into our office for different reasons and recorded their prints, classified them, and compared them to other 10 print records to make sure that they were telling the truth of their identities.
Okay. You said classified prints. What do you mean when you say classified prints?
10 print personnel use a fingerprint system. It's a way to give a score, not a score, you classify the prints. So each finger has a different value depending on what type of print it is, a whorl, a loop, an arch. And each finger is valued at a different score. So the right thumb counts as 16, and the right index finger, and then you go to 8, 4s, 2s, and 1s.
That was your work for 14 years.
Yes.
How often do you manually examine latent print evidence?
I have made thousands of comparisons. I do this every day.
On a daily basis?
Yes.
How long does it take you to review latent evidence?
Sometimes you can review it, and depending on how many lifts there are, you evaluate it to see if there's any ridge detail for comparative value in the first place. And if it's a small partial print, it may take a very long time because you have to look at all 10 fingers. You have to look at the joints of the fingers, the palms of the hands. And sometimes prints are so minute, you really don't know where they came from. So you have to look at the entire print of the hand.
Are there times when you can look at latent information, at latent evidence, and have some idea just by looking at it as to whether it's palm or fingerprint evidence?
Yes.
Have you ever testified in court before?
Yes, I have.
You've been qualified as an expert in the field of as a latent print examination.
Yes, I have.
How many times?
Numerous. I haven't kept track.
In what courts?
Common pleas, muni, federal court.
Okay. Why is it that fingerprints are important in the criminal work?
Because they're unique, different. The fingerprints of every finger on your hand is different from all the other fingers on your hand. They're unique. They have different shapes, different sizes, different ridge characteristics.
Is a fundamental basis of the science of fingerprint evidence the fact that no two fingerprints are the same?
No two fingerprints are the same.
I have 10 different fingerprints.
Yes, you do.
I have 2 different palm prints,
Yes, you do.
and my 10 fingerprints are unique to me and me alone.
Only you.
And this finger is different than this finger, which is different than this finger.
Yes, it is.
Are you aware as to whether or not the fingerprints of identical twins are the same or different?
They are different. They may be similar. They may have similar shapes. Flex creases could be very similar, but there are no ridge characteristics that will be identical.
And is that accepted in your profession?
Yes.
How are latent prints left? How are fingerprints left at a location?
By touching an item, you leave the friction ridges have sweat on them, so when you touch something, you're depositing your latent print. You can't see it, but it's there. The sweat pores on your ridges are constantly secreting fluids, which is a latent print.
Okay. Does it depend what the substance is on the hand as to whether it is visible to the eye or not?
Yes, you could have something on your hand, anything, chocolate, oil, butter, blood. If it's on there, you're going to leave a print with whatever it is that's on your hand.
Okay. Does the surface that's being touched affect whether or not prints are left or suitable for collection?
Yes, they could be wet, dirty, dusty, porous.
Are latent fingerprint evidence fragile?
Very fragile.
Assume that I have left a good fingerprint here on this table, okay?
Okay?
If someone comes along and cleans that surface, what happens to my print?
It's destroyed.
Okay. How much pressure does it take to destroy a fingerprint?
Not very much at all.
What happens if fluids hit a fingerprint that's been put in place? If I've dumped water where my print was?
It will destroy it.
What about blood? If I put blood where my print was?
It would destroy it.
What's a known print?
A known print is the reproduction of the friction ridges on the bottoms of your fingers, palms, by taking a thin film of ink, putting it on a hard surface, and placing your fingers in that ink, and then placing them on a white, suitable contrasting card, like a fingerprint card, and touching it. That is an ink print, which is a known print.
Is that sometimes referred to as a rolled print as well?
Yes.
How do you go about making an identification?
By comparing one print to another, noting the ridge characteristics that are in one print, comparing them to the ridge characteristics that are in another print, and they must lie in the same position from one to the other to be a positive identification.
Okay. How many of these ridge characteristics do you have to have before you can have a positive identification?
8.
You know what is that what the city of Columbus requires?
Yes.
Do you know what the FBI requires?
No.
How many of these characteristics that you're referring to, can you identify different characteristics that you might be looking for?
There are dots, short ridges, bifurcations, enclosures, ending ridges. They also have some that they call trifurcations.
Okay. A trifurcation would divide into
3
as opposed to a bifurcation, which would divide
into 2.
Okay. You mentioned an enclosure. Describe an enclosure. I don't think we heard that one yesterday.
It's one ridge where it goes into, it makes like an island. It's one ridge, separates, and then goes back into one ridge again.
Could you draw that for us on the board?
Sure.
Court's permission, could she go to the board?
May proceed. Can you all see?
Just draw some of those different characteristics you just described.
The higher, the better. If you, maybe better if it's a little higher.
It'd be a ridge that would start out like that, and then say like that. That would be an enclosure. Some people call them islands. The trifurcation is one ridge going into 3. Bifurcation is one ridge separated into 2. We have dots, short ridges.
And ending ridge is what?
Ending ridges. It would just, it's go and then stop.
And those are all characteristics you're looking for in determining, 1, whether the print's suitable for identification, and 2, in making the identification.
Yes.
You mentioned you have to have 8 of these for an identification.
Correct.
How many points of comparison or characteristics might there be in an average finger or palm print?
150 in a finger, over 1,000, 1,500 in your palm.
I think you can take your seat. Thank you. Now, when you have a known or a rolled print, you have the entire surface of the finger or the palm. Is that correct?
Yes.
When you're examining latent evidence from a scene, do you have to have the whole palm print or the whole fingerprint to be able to make an identification?
No.
How much of a palm print or a fingerprint do you have to be able to make an identification?
It could be as small as a match head, as long as it has 8 characteristics, 8 points.
What's a lift of value versus a lift of no value?
Lift of value has to have a minimum of 8 characteristics. Lift of no value has less than 8. It could be 7.
At some point, did you become involved in reviewing latent evidence that had been collected with respect to the homicide of Dennis Lewis?
Yes.
And did you do that in the course of your employment with the Columbus Crime Lab?
Yes, I did.
Do you know Mark Bryant?
Yes, I do.
Who is he?
He's a latent print examiner in our office.
Same assignment as you?
Yes.
So let's start with State's Exhibit C38. You recognize this?
Yes, I do.
And what is this?
Those are the inked palm prints of Dennis and Derris Lewis, the right hand.
Known prints of both.
Known.
In looking at these, can you tell me whether there are differences?
Yes.
Does this document reflect the fact that identical twins have different prints?
Yes, it does.
Can you see that in analyzing this document?
Yes, I can.
I want to show you what's been marked for identification purposes as State's Exhibit C37, item number 19. You familiar with this?
Yes, I am.
Is this a piece of drywall that you examined for latent print evidence?
Yes, I did.
State's Exhibit C44. Can you tell me what that is?
This is the right palm of Derris Lewis.
What is that a picture of?
It's a photograph of this drywall.
Was this photograph taken by the photo lab of the print that was developed on that piece of drywall?
Yes, it was.
I want to show you it's been marked for identification purposes as State's Exhibit B92. Do you recognize that?
Yes, I do.
What is that?
This is blood on a wall.
Can you recognize, by looking at this picture and this piece of drywall and your photograph of the print, where the print was found?
Yes, I can.
Where was it found?
It was found right above these two little marks.
With the court's permission, could you step down?
Sir,
I'll use the drywall as well.
These two marks right here.
keep your voice up.
These two marks right here, right above it, is the palm impression. You can see the red. And it's kind of placed like this. It's just a partial part of the palm. It's not the whole entire hand. You can't see the whole entire hand.
Can you use my right palm and show us what part of the palm you're identifying?
Right in here, right between these ridges. Flows out. We call it a funnel. It's a term we use when we're identifying.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
It's a technique that we use. We call it funnel. It's what we call certain parts of the palm.
Okay. Using the drywall, can you show us where that print would have been in the position?
You have to keep your voice up also, Mr. Stan. I know you don't hear that often.
That's true. Thank you, Judge.
Where these two marks are right here, the right hand is right above it, just like this.
Can you see what appears to be a red substance above those two marks in the picture?
Yes,
Does that red substance appear to be blood?
yes,
Is that red substance in the location where this print was found?
yes.
Any doubt in your mind about that?
No.
What would happen if that print had been there previously and blood had been placed upon it?
It would have been destroyed.
Okay, I guess that's it right there. What she just said. The blood could not have been placed, or the palm print had to come on after the blood, or whatever she just, I don't even know, because it's frustrating me.
But wait a minute. Was he placed at the scene? Was he there?
No.
That's what I mean.
He'd
He'd
moved out. He was like across town or wherever he lived. But didn't she just say like the palm print had to come after the blood was there, or it would have destroyed the palm print?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought she said. So they're hanging everything on that for this palm print to put him.
I mean, are you
in
sure
that.
they just aren't scared of her because she can crush a watermelon with her thighs? And they're just saying yes to whatever the heck she says? Because her neck be thick, I'm saying. She could F people up.
Never mind. There are a lot of ways to get blood on your hands other than having done something to cause there to be blood. Yeah.
Correct.
You don't.
Iris.
No. Iris.
You know, sometimes that I listen and sometimes I don't. And then I'm like, wait, what just happened? And then everyone else fills me back in. So, you know, it's fine.
This whole case is hanging on this evidence right here that she's talking about, this bloody palm print, because it was this twin is accused of unaliving his twin brother. So obviously their DNA matches, but their prints are different, which I just learned at the beginning of this trial that was a thing. I know. But I just cannot see him. I just can't. I'm just not seeing it. But they're hanging everything. they're hanging all of it on this palm print to put him in the defendant's chair. There's nothing else. And they didn't arrest anybody else, even though the mom said there were 3 to 5 people that came in the house. They've not talked about anyone else. So it's like, it's just...
Absolutely.
It's crazy. It's just crazy.
I really can't believe that, you know, he didn't ask her. Did you put any body part in the... Did you roll around in it? Did you roll in it and then say you gathered the evidence? Like, want to make sure there isn't your DNA in the blood.
That was the craziest question.
Like, I can't even... My brain is broken from that question. Like, what lawyer asks anybody that? Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, like... I know, Bobby. But
yeah, I just
it helps
rolled around
to remind
I played,
me.
You know, Twister in it. Okay, does that explain everything? I had 4 of my friends with me. I can't even. They left the country. Good luck trying to get that DNA.
Yeah, it's like.
I mean, come on. Did you dip any part of your body in it? Yeah, I dipped a lot.
Yeah,
I
sure.
dipped my big toe, my pinky finger.
Also, like, my shirt.
Get out of here with that question.
I made some tie-dye. Like, I mean, come on.
Seriously. I believe it, Gabby. Yeah, I know you do. What you don't know about me is I'm not going anywhere near a crime scene. You're not going to find my DNA at a crime scene. So I got Bri on standby for my, hazmat suit. I'll drive to Connecticut, even though I hate it there, but I'll drive there.
Kato just needs to get off the stand.
Yeah, no one's getting my DNA. I'll tell you that much.
Dip my last ciggy in it.
Yeah. She's like, oh, I thought that was a puddle kid. She's like, I'll dip my ciggy and put it out. It's like, whoa, why did it spark like that? They just
make
right
it hard to light.
Yeah, they slip, roll their entire friggin' crew through the blood, and they're just like, oh my god, it's raining. What happened?
It's like, what happened? Why is there blood everywhere? Oh, yeah, because I rolled in it, and then I spun around real fast and flicked it everywhere.
Yeah.
It's like, who asked that? So, yes, Deidre said that she looked like Kato Kaelin.
She does.
Which was perfect. Perfect. Okay, so I did take this testimony out of order. Remember I told you guys I was going to do that. Ketamine Kaelin. So when they ask about something that was said previously, it's because we're going to hear that tomorrow.
Oh.
Can't say lathered now. You're always finding words that YouTube doesn't like. Does having overripe bananas make you a bad parent?
I mean,
Yes.
if only
Unless
if
you're
you
going to
don't
make banana bread.
Yeah, and
Yes.
see, if you have them, fine, but you got to make banana bread.
I hope so, Zach.
Oh, I'm sure. That is all over that monkey statue at the place she goes to. Her DNA is all over that place. Come on now.
I hope it is. I hope she left her mark on Ireland, and they were like, they don't even know what hit them. They were like, did we have a? We don't get hurricanes, right, or tornadoes? What happened? What happened?
Hurricane Irish just blew through real quick.
Yeah. It's like, oh, okay. I
Yeah,
did
Storm Irish.
the search so no one else would have to. And yes, blood will stick to latent prints. But so you're saying it could have been there. She's saying he had to touch it after or it would have destroyed the print. So you're saying it could have been there before and not destroyed the palm print. And maybe they didn't have that knowledge at the time. This is 2009. Lots have changed. You almost ended up at a donkey festival.
I mean, I kind of believe that.
Oh, I fully believe it. I would have wanted to see
also-
pictures.
No, I feel like I should have been there.
Yes, both of you.
that
Oh my
seems
gosh.
kind of
There would be
interesting.
no more Ireland. Didn't they photo of the wall show blood dripping down the
They
wall
did.
from the solution they sprayed on it? Yeah.
They did, yeah. That was in the 187 million pictures slideshow.
What'd you say? New YouTube game. YouTube doesn't delete the comment. It changes the words or is offended by. It is offended by. Would be so fun. None of our comments would. We would be like, that's not what I said. Oh, have we finished already? Frank.
Frankie.
I feel like I'm at a donkey festival. Okay. Blood will spray from an artery too. Yes, it will. Yes, it will.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I got it. Let's hurry. This guy's got to be almost done.
What is he doing to her? Is he telling her
I don't,
how to flip
I
a
have-
page? What is happening here in this
I don't
scene?
know.
He's like, I'm going to show you how to do this, ma'am.
Let me. She's like, get away. I know.
She just like pushes him with one finger and he flings across the courtroom.
She's like, I heard the other witnesses talking about hysterical women. That's not me, okay? Thank you.
She's just like, bye.
Bye. Yes. So they added the blood to the print. It didn't have to be a sweat or skin oil print either. It could have been anything when out from hair gels. Have a great night, Iris. Thank you for stopping by and being a member for 1 year. I was wondering when you were coming back to the States. Now I know you're back, safe and sound. Zach, they're holding your comments over here.
I approved it.
What to say? Did I ever tell
says-
you about going to a wet t-shirt contest with Iris? No.
No, but
Not
that sounds like an
hysterical.
amazing time, actually.
You went to Ohio. Wasn't my idea to go to Ohio. I just got in the truck. I was just in the passenger
Once she
seat.
got in
I
the
was
truck
innocent.
and then, like, a couple hours into Ohio, AJ knew that that's where she effed up because she was like, I didn't eat breakfast. And then she started to get hangry and she was like, all these gas stations on every corner are closed. What are we going to do? We're going to starve. We're going to run out of gas and become someone's skin suit,
It would have been okay, but not only had I not eaten, he hadn't eaten either. So two hangry people trapped in a truck.
My husband will tell you. Once I'm hangry,
it
forget
wasn't-
about it.
Yeah, it wasn't good, but we did it. We did it. We did
The
not.
hanger is real. Oh, it's
The
real.
hanger. Oh, it was real. And then, you just get it past it. It's like, meh. Because neither one of us ate anything until dinner the following night on
Oh,
Tuesday
you
night.
guys are crazy. My lord. How did you guys
I
not
wasn't.
freaking
Well,
murk each other? Like, what is even happening?
he wasn't around. He went to work, so he wasn't around the
Caleb
next day.
would have just looked at me, and I would have been like, R.I.P. I would have dug the hole already.
That is what I had when we did stop at the gas station in Ohio. I had a Snickers bar, so I was fine.
AJ also bought a shovel along with the Snickers. just in case if this mofo looks at me wrong.
No, I was just like, please don't speed through these little teeny tiny towns. I don't want to go to Mayberry jail. Just like, because we will not
Mayberry.
get out.
Nope.
No, just slow down through these towns. We haven't seen a single cop, but we will. They're like, oh, look, out of state. No.
I was
Also,
helping Lassie down by the well.
Yeah. Frank. Iris. Zach. Zach.
You know, he'd be like in a push the boundaries there. You know what I mean?
Oh, Zach. It wouldn't let me take it. It wouldn't let me take the comment down either. I was like clicking on it.
I was like, no, this needs
this
to be up
great.
at least for one more second.
You know I did, but I would still be there waiting for them to come get me.
She shears a bunch of sheep and then puts it in a pile and then lights it on smoke, lights it on fire.
It was good times. Good times. Great. It was great.
Sounds
times.
like it.
I was never so
Sounds-
glad to be home in my life. And the
We were
dogs were
texting
like,
you the next
hey,
day. Did you ever make it home from Ohio? I was like, I probably should have asked her this yesterday, but just making sure she's still alive and, you know, I'm not going to send reinforcements to get away Malachi or something.
I felt bad because the dogs were like, you weren't here to give us dinner. And I'm like, yep. And in 3 hours, you're going to get breakfast. So here's a milk bone and a piece of turkey. So you'll last. You both can last.
The dogs are looking at you, giving you a side eye like, Mom, what the heck is this?
I'm like, what is this? It's delicious, but what is this? What's going on? Like, we're going
I
to bed.
disapprove. This is not my schedule, woman.
They were fine. And I'll tell you, they both ate their breakfast the next morning, 3 hours later. So they were fine. They're fine. I promise. You went to Ohio when you were a kid, and the thing I remember the most was that there was snow on the ground, even though it was flat. Yep.
Wait
Whoever,
a minute.
I know you don't have much experience with snow, but
Wait a minute.
yes, that happens.
Wait. Are you saying that you don't think snow can fall on flat ground?
It can,
Because
and it can
in front
stay
of
there.
my house and all around me is flat. And guess what? We got snow taller than me this year.
I was
And
like,
it's
but
flat.
this isn't
It's
a
all
mountain.
flat.
No. Yep.
No.
Nebraska gets a
We don't
lot
have
of snow
mountains.
too, and it's very flat. The dog that would have done that, Haley, was unfortunately, fortunately, whatever you want to look, however you want to look at the situation, passed away a couple years ago. So she wasn't here to do that. The dog that would have been panicking and would have called me on my cell phone had he been able to, passed away in January. So I had the two most mellow dogs to have to deal with that. They really didn't care. They're just like, oh, okay, we're going to go back to sleep. All right, great. And they got a milk bone, and it was extra, and they got another milk bone 3 hours later. So they were fine. The dogs don't mind the milk bone, but are we poor now? Where's my grub? It was on the table, and they were good to leave it there. So they were fine. Trust me, they can miss a couple meals. I hear about it all the time, even though I don't see it. I hear they're chunky. Okay, come on, dude. I'm hitting play now, just so you know, Gabby.
All right.
In fact, if you would step up here again. Using your photograph, C44, show them where that print is.
My photograph.
After she'll move down and show the other half. Although you can move if you'd like.
I'm just going to put it to the right of the mark, okay? My photograph, it's right above those two lines. This palm is right above it. It's right there.
Okay. There's a dark dot right here on your photograph. Can you see where that is in the picture?
Right there.
Okay, so that's the top of it.
Yes.
And the print would be below it.
Yes, it's right in between, right in here.
But you need to do the same thing for the other half of the tool.
This is in this position, just like this. This is right above these two lines. This dot would be this dot right here. So it's just like this and right on top. Right there.
And does there appear to be a red substance in that location?
Yes.
Now, you've already told us that you've identified this print as belonging to who?
Derris Lewis.
What's been marked for identification purposes as State's Exhibit C39. Do you recognize this?
Yes, I do.
What is it?
It's the blood print and the known print.
Okay. Is this a blow-up of the photograph, the little photograph?
Yes,
that
it
you
is a
used?
blow-up. Yes, it is.
Okay. And this would be a blow-up of the known print.
This is the blow-up of the known. This is the blow-up of the latent print, yes.
And does this exhibit chart out 10 of the points of comparison that you identified in this case?
Yes, it does.
Are these the only 10 points that you found?
No.
Were there additional points as well?
Yes.
Do you have an opinion to a reasonable degree of scientific certainty as to who made that print?
Derris Lewis.
Any doubt in your mind about that?
No.
Are you aware that, did you participate in another number of other identification attempts in this case?
Yes, I did.
Okay. There were a number of prints given to you for elimination purposes.
Yes.
Okay. Other than family members, did you make identifications of anyone else with respect to the latent evidence developed in this case?
No.
You've had a chance to look at the photograph. from
Yes,
the scene, correct?
yes.
Okay. Are there processes that can be used by the police to develop the print?
Yes, there is.
Okay.
They would use black powder. They could use an anhydrine. They spray it. It kind of turns a purplish color when it's wet. Then they use amino black. Amino black you use on blood. It would adhere to red blood, and it also adheres to clear blood because blood has serum in it. It's the clear part of the blood, and it would stick to the clear part of the blood. You could actually see an outline sort of it, but when the amino black is applied, it brings it out even more.
Does that assist in the identification process?
Yes, it does.
Are those accepted practices in the identification process?
Yes, it is.
Did you identify any other prints of Derris Lewis at the scene?
Yes, I did.
Can you tell us where those were?
There was a print on the bathroom sink, I believe. A second, please.
I'll get your report. Hang on. It's been marked for identification purposes as State's Exhibit C36. Right. Turning to the last page. Does the last page reflect the identifications made with respect to Derris Lewis in this case?
Yes, it does.
And you've mentioned the third one already about the print.
The photograph, yes.
Lists 14 and 23. Were those also identified to be Derris Lewis's prints?
Yes, they were.
And where were they found and what print was it?
Lift number 14 was from a broken mirror, and it contained a latent impression that was identified to the right thumb. Lift number 23 was from the north bedroom south wall. It contained a latent impression, which was also identified as the right index finger.
Mr. Neiman, you may cross-examine.
Ms. Sharrock, you work with Mark Bryant, right?
Yes, I do.
And he's a colleague of yours, correct?
Yes, he is.
In fact, he's got a great deal of experience at doing what you do than you do, right?
Yes, he does.
And am I correct in saying that he came to you to reaffirm a print that he had already analyzed?
Yes.
Okay, so you worked on it together,
Yes.
and you both determined it to be from Derris Lewis, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, you were not at the crime scene, were you?
No, I was not.
Okay. So that picture that you see on the wall, that's as close as you've ever gotten to the crime scene itself and seen where that print was located, right?
Correct.
Okay. And in reaffirming what Mark Bryant had found, you looked at the print card, correct?
I looked at the photograph. I also had the piece of drywall, too.
Okay, so you looked at both to make sure, right?
Yes.
You didn't do any presumptive testing for blood or anything, did you?
No, I did not.
And you didn't go to the crime scene and collect blood from where you indicated you just pointed to at the picture, did you?
No, I did not.
And so if you're mentioning the word blood, you're getting that from somewhere else because you personally, you can't testify that that print's in blood, can you?
I can say it appears to be blood to me. It is red.
It appears to be because it's red. Are you aware that there is what appeared to be blood taken from this crime scene that Deborah Lambourne testified to, saying it was not, in fact, blood?
I'm not aware of that.
Okay. Now, knowing that, are you sure that that print is in blood? Is that your testimony as a scientist here today?
It appears to be in blood.
It appears to be.
From the location that that came from, yes, it does.
From the photograph you looked at because you weren't there?
Correct.
Thank you. Your Honor, I have one follow-up question. Are you aware Mark Bryant testified yesterday?
Yes, I am.
Would it surprise you if he looked at that photograph and he indicated he did not see blood?
Objection.
Based on?
He did not look at...
Hold on.
Spoiler
Please
alert, we're
approach.
watching that tomorrow. Because it's long.
The objection sustained. You may proceed.
Mark Bryant testified yesterday in viewing an enhanced photograph better than that one, and he testified that he didn't see any blood where you found the print. Would that surprise you?
Yes.
It would.
Yes. Because in our report, it is a blood print.
Right. And that's based on information that you received from someone else, because you didn't test it for blood.
What type of photograph did he look at? Was it a blow up? It does become distorted.
May I approach, Your Honor?
You may.
I'm going to hand you what has been marked as Defense Exhibit 1A. Previously identified as a true, accurate depiction of the photograph you just testified regarding. According to Mr. Bryant, he looked at that very carefully, and he looked at the wallboard in front of you, and he determined that there was no blood that he could see. Does that surprise you?
Yes, it does.
Thank you. No other questions, Your Honor?
Thank you. Redirect.
Using State's Exhibit B92. Is there any doubt in your mind that there is a red substance in the exact location where that palm print was found?
No doubt at all.
Are you an expert, and do you do the testing for blood?
No, I do not.
Is there any doubt that that print is in the red substance, whatever that red substance is?
It is in red substance.
Anything further?
No. No, Your Honor.
You may step down.
Thank you.
Thank you.
But wouldn't it change if it's not blood, if it's a red substance? Like, she's saying that was it's a bloody palm print. That's what they've said. But now it's a red substance. And I know we're listening to this backwards because, like I said, Mark Bryant's testimony is an hour and a half. So I wasn't going to try to put it with anything else. So now I'm very curious to see what he has to say. Yeah, hot sauce, paint, exactly. What the hell is that? A fish? And what is she surprised about? I don't think she was surprised. I do think Robin was right. She did not like to be challenged. And it worked out well for Cash Me Outside girl. How about that? She's very rich now. Good for her. Yes, lipstick. There's so many things. And she would have stuck with her, it's blood. The defense has done a good job at coming back and countering the state so far, I think. Because I just don't think they did a good, thorough investigation. And I might be remembering incorrectly, but didn't they turn this crime scene over pretty quick back to the family? And maybe I watch true crime stuff before I go to sleep every night, so I might be confusing it with something I've watched here recently, but I was thinking that they turned it back over and allowed the family to go back in fairly quick. And then, but I don't know. If you guys don't remember it, then I probably made it up. Just saying.
I honestly don't remember.
I know. It sucks having that lapse. I apologize. But I can't remember.
Well, I mean, to be fair, even if you took a day off, I probably still wouldn't remember. So,
And to be
you know.
fair, I probably wouldn't either. Well, maybe if you walked forward. But I just finished walking backwards, so you can tell us about that. Okay. It kind of seems like it took them a while to boot the entire family out in the first place. Well, I don't know that mom was, we saw her. She's not moving around. She's in a wheelchair. We haven't seen the sister yet, who the mom was calling to. Yes, it does not seem like they have a good record of who was in there before it was fully processed. It's so easy to do that, Haley. Like when you're watching too many things, it's like, what's going on? I don't know. Maybe that was in this one or that one, and then it's like, I don't know. Backwards up a hill is better than forwards up a hill. Yeah, probably. I probably would agree with you. Maybe. I don't know. You did the time warp. Of course you did. Okay, so tomorrow we're going to hear from Mark Bryant. Hopefully that'll put all this fingerprint stuff to bed. And somebody's got to say something definitive here, because they have not swayed me yet. And we have 3 witnesses left for the state before we get to the defense case. So we have Mark Bryant, Detective Althea Young, and then Detective Jay Fulton. And then we go on to the state, or go on to the defense. So, not a lot.
Well,
You too, Frank. It's good to
Have a good
see
night,
you.
Frankie.
And you also have a great night. So, I don't know. They got a lot of work to do. I mean, their last 3 witnesses are long witnesses for us. So,
that's what she said.
but, haha. But all right, well, okay. I'm glad to be back. Glad you guys were all back with me. I would have been lonely all by myself.
Yeah.
I would
Me
have done
too.
it, but I would have been lonely.
Well, when Kayla was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go fishing," I was like, "All right, you sure? Because I'm gonna tell AJ I'm hopping on live with her if you're gonna go fishing." I mean, he's like, "No, yeah, that's cool," and I was like, "All right, peace."
It's like, okay, bye. I'm glad Caleb went fishing. Had to fill out some weird questionnaire for work. One question: what is something odd you like? Me, I watch old court trials to relax.
Yo, it's serious though. Like
you have a little note.
Yo, seriously. Last year when I went to family Christmas, someone had asked me, I hadn't seen in a while, a family member had said, "Oh, what have you been up to?" And I'm like, "Oh, I watch court trials on YouTube and CNN, basically." And they laughed like I was joking. And I was like, no, I'm serious. And then their face like stopped laughing, like, oh, she's serious. Oh, okay. And then they went, "Oh, that's cool." And I'm like, "No, don't do that. Don't do that. No, we're not doing that, right?"
Yeah, it's like, no, fine. I told the doctor today I watch true crime and see autopsy stuff, etc. And she said she does too.
Of course, a lot of females do this. Like, we mean business, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like we're gonna run out of stuff to do.
No, absolutely.
The only thing that's happening is that's my family that doesn't join me here is the same way. how do you watch that stuff all the time? Like, I'm just listening to it in the background. And that's just what I'm used to. But
Exactly, Ronnie.
the only bad thing is some of the like news stations or whatever, they're making it harder for us to get those. Like I looked up that Iowa one that Flash Fan sent me, and I didn't see anybody that had did the trial outside of the news station, so I'm not gonna touch it.
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
He can do it in Discord though. I think he can do it there and be fine.
Oh yeah, you can do that in Discord, no problem. But
So
yeah, Caleb always just pops in as like he'll be listening to stuff that I'm listening to, like docu-series or whatever. He'll turn around and be like, "You're sick. How can you listen to that?" Like, and I'm like, "Dude, this is a gnarly part, bro. You want to come around and see this?" He's like, "No, absolutely never do I ever want to do that." He's like, "What is wrong with you?" I'm like, "Caleb sounds familiar." Yeah, Frankie. He's like, "Oh, that guy? You're talking about him again?"
yeah. He's like, I thought he was fishing.
Yeah. I thought we weren't talking about him. He's not even here.
Yeah, I don't know. I listen to the most boring stuff too, because it's like I don't even care. It's just I'm used to that stuff playing in the background, but you never, just like we always talk about here, even in the most boring, mundane part of the trial, we never. You get the question like, did you dip anything in the blood? Like, your
Yeah.
clothes, did you roll in the blood? Like, you get stuff like that.
Dude, like I'm still baffled by that. Like, we've never had anything like that on any trial that you've ever streamed. It's like, first of all, where did you study law? That's what I want to know. Where did you study law? If it was Ohio, we got a problem, because we probably got it from that gas station that had bars on it, okay? And second, what lawyer asks the officer who arrived on the scene to secure the crime scene that question ever? I've never seen that in my life. That was ridiculous.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, it's just crazy. Yes.
Yeah,
Dick Cannon.
like Dick Cannon. That's like a Richard Cannon. I'm like, I'm sorry, you mean Dick Cannon?
Dick Cannon. I'm the same way, Robin. There's very few that I will just be like, all right, I'm not doing this one. And generally, it's because it's really super boring the whole time. Not like, that's generally why will make me turn it off. Ronnie, our direct went out, and I looked at my recorded list to watch, and it was all crime stuff. Ohio law. Oh my gosh, it's stuff. All right.
It's like Ohio law. If you can find a gas station that's open, you win. That's like
and you
the video
won't.
game.
So
about
don't
Ohio.
you worry about it. If you find a gas station that's open, and you can find it again the next day.
Exactly.
If it's still there, or you make it out, you win.
It's like the video game is called Escape Ohio.
Yes.
And you're just continuously taking left turns, and you have to like find your way through the left turns to be able to take the one right turn out of Ohio to win the game.
To get that one. And you know, the funny thing is the turn we missed was a right turn. And that's how we kept going straight on Highway 4 forever.
They just kept going straight on Main Street. They just kept going on Main Street.
We just kept going.
What street is this? Oh, Main Street again? This is Main Street again?
It's like, dang it.
Good Lord.
What do you people eat? We just want some food.
You just see people in the dark behind a bush gnawing on the grass. Like, we don't have supermarkets out here, but they be sure, growing that dang good sweet grass out here.
Yep. Even in Willard. We didn't go all the way like into Willard. I think we're on the outskirts of Willard. It's not like it's a big town. But I still didn't see a grocery store. And my husband had asked, do you have a Walmart? And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, they don't have a Walmart. And he goes, no, we don't have a Walmart. I'm like, I knew
Yeah,
it. I knew
they
you
don't
didn't
have
have a
shit
Walmart.
out
It's
there.
fine. It's fine.
They barely have a bathroom, for goodness sake.
But they were so dang nice. They were so nice.
They're
Yes, and then there was
always
a
nice until
tree
they're
in the
not.
road, and we were driving in circles until dark,
Yep.
and then those things came out and tried to get us.
Exactly. I said
I-
from the beginning, this is the beginnings of a horror movie.
Oh, Bobby, that's bad. Nah, right.
It's on my what?
First naked dancing crackhead in the middle of a street in Ohio. I didn't see any of those.
Oh, your first?
I haven't
I saw
seen
my
any of
first
those.
when I think I was like 5.
Okay,
And it was
so
on the red
Haley,
line.
the place where we stopped, and I think Findlay, was a Speedway. But it had a 7-Eleven commercial running on the audio thing when we went in there. So I'm like, where am I? I don't even care. Just give me my Snickers. Like, I'm leaving. I really kind of want to get back in the truck right now. And there was this little kid.
Eat this. Like that, the Snickers commercial. Eat this.
Yes, I was more like that to him. Like, eat that peanut M&M. But there was this little boy. I mean, it's 11 because it was like, I think we saw McDonald's and it had lights on, but it closed at 10. So I'm like, of course it did. It's fine, whatever. But it was 11, and there's this little boy in the Speedway buying a pop, a soda, whatever you want to call it, at 11. I'm like, why are you here? You should be in bed.
Wait, what day was it? What day was it?
Monday.
Oh,
Like-
Monday?
Yeah, like you should be in bed. Go. Why are you here? Who brought you here? I mean, wasn't
Maybe
by
his
himself.
grand-
He got in the car
His-
and he left. But I was like,
The little
I did
kid
not-
got into a car and left?
yeah, with whoever brought him.
Oh, I
But
thought you
I'm
said the
just
little
like,
kid. The little kid
I mean, he
just
could
hops in the
have. I
driver's
don't know.
seat, fucking steals
I just
out
saw that
and
he
fucking
was in the car. But I mean, it's 11 o'clock on a Monday, and I'm like, why are you up? You should not be up.
Clearly, he's a part of Malachi's gang. I mean, I don't know
Yeah,
how you don't know this already.
Whoever. It wasn't me. I know, I keep blaming you.
Yeah.
It was Benjamin Button. Yes, yeah, I know. You have been to Ohio since you're a little kid, and there was snow on the flat earth. But it was
Flat
fun.
Earth. It can only snow if it's not flat. If you have mountains, it's the only place it can snow.
No, I don't. Well, I have no idea who was in the car. I don't know.
Little
He
kid
didn't
was
seem in
taken by a
distress.
crackhead?
He seemed
Or
okay.
Maybe the little kid was running the crackheads.
It might
You
have
don't
been.
know out in Ohio.
I mean-
It's spooky out there.
I mean, the earth is round, but it wasn't a mountain.
Yes, exactly.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
like, wait, it snows where it's flat? Yes! Good lord.
All the
Did
time.
you not see any of my pictures in Discord this year?
So glad it's over, though. Winter can be gone for a few months,
Seriously,
and I'll be
not
happy.
this year, last year. Yeah.
They do recruit them young to avoid conviction. True story.
Yeah, absolutely.
Flat snow?
Flat
Yes.
snow.
Flat snow. It's a thing.
The snow just lands and it's just flat. There's no
How can snow be
snowdrifts
flat,
or
though?
anything.
Have you never seen? It can just be flat. There's no drifts. That's right.
Yeah.
No wind. It's
Yeah,
flat.
maybe. Yeah. Minecraft. That's how snow is flat.
All right. Well, I haven't played that, so yes, that I'll take her word. There are also many rolling hills in Ohio too, because we were going down some of them, and then that's when the deer would be like, "Hey, here we are."
That's like
Big
me
deer.
driving through a few back roads over here. The deer just jump out.
Oh my gosh, they were horrible.
But
They were horrible.
that's
I'm
like
like, get
fall,
away.
around fall time.
What is the I just gave you the scientific explanation for flat snow. No wind. If it's not windy, you don't have drifts. True. That's the scientific explanation. But see, you're in California, so it's perfect. You can drive up. It's kind of like Colorado. You can drive up into the mountains, get to snow when it's hot out, and then drive back home because it's cold up there, and now you're back into summer. Now you can do that year round. Colorado has to suffer through winter.
It's windless.
It's windless snow. Yes. That's what we call it now. La-di-da. AJ has windless snow. That's right. That's right. Don't be blowing around up in here. I don't want any of that. You'll drift my road shut. And then no one gets through. Flat snow is female then.
Snow is- oh my god. Well, I guess it depends on the female.
Oh my gosh.
Oh god. No, because you wouldn't. You wouldn't be allowed to drive in snow over here. You wouldn't make
No.
it, okay? You would not make it here driving in the snow. People can't make it here driving when it's summertime. Okay, never mind the snow. Okay. Snow, you gotta be an expert to drive around here in the snow.
Yep. Here too, because you might fall off the side of the road and never return.
Yes. Oh, Bobby, she's flat? What?
She's windless.
She's.
Oh my gosh. All right. On that note,
A
Bobby,
lady.
I'm going to. That's because it doesn't rain there, and then when it does rain, you guys still drive 1,000 miles an hour on the freeway, not understanding that all the oil and the dirt and everything else is going to be really slick for a while because it's not washed off.
Oh, I'm not
It's
snooty
not
about it.
snooty.
but
She's just experienced.
I'm like, hold my water bottle, hold my cig, hold my beer,
Hold everything.
hold everything. I'm about to do a Tokyo drift right now and jump off this exit, and you're not even gonna know what happens. You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
and it's flat ground. There's no mountains. It's all flat snow.
I've been on the freeway out there in the rain. It's a scary place, whoever. Don't die, Bobby. I'd be sad.
She's experienced.
Sorry. Because I hate vocal fry. I'm sorry. I hate vocal fry, but I understand that my voice is doing it right now, and I can't help it. So, I'm going to end this. I'm just going to end it. There's no mountain high enough. Ain't no river wide enough.
Ain't no valley low to keep me away from.
Okay, we'll be back for more fun tomorrow.
We'll be back for more flat snow fun tomorrow.
That's right.
We're gonna be real flat tomorrow. No mountains allowed.
Bobby.
You just don't understand. She's experienced.
She's experienced, Bobby. Okay. And I even have my serious pencil. I said it.
She does.
So kind of
her shirt
matched my
matches
shirt.
her
Yeah,
pencil.
I should have picked a different one.
She's extra serious.
Pick the purple one because then it would have stood out more.
Hashtag flat snow science.
That's right. And now you know. The more you know. You're
Tailgating.
welcome. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to avoid. Just saying. When you get behind the farmer that's seeing if his corn grew since last night and he's going 5 miles an hour, it's like, move.
Move, eh? Move,
Yes.
eh?
Flat snow science with Professor AJ and her experienced sidekick Gabby. And that's true. No inclined planes allowed. Stepladders Legion? Stepladder Legion.
Because I'm short.
I got it. All right. Okay. All right. I don't have any.
No, we're not doing that.
That's right.
I'm
That's
not,
right.
I'm
That's
not
right.
a chemist whatsoever.
I'll just start calling her Walter.
No, call me the other guy. His
I don't know
idiot
his name.
sidekick.
I don't know his name. I don't have any. I don't have any little tributes to Betty on the outro, so
Well,
you had to see it on the intro,
all right.
and that's all I had.
Yes, Jesse. That's his name.
Oh, Jesse. Jesse's girl.
Walter White's sidekick.
All right.
in the
Well,
beginning.
does that make me Walter?
Yeah. Well, I guess.
I
Are you
don't
Breaking
wanna-
Bad?
I'm not.
All right. Well,
Doing it. Enjoy the heat, Betty B. And now you're just assuming. We don't
take
know.
your ticket. Go to the back of the line. We'll call you when you're ready.
What do you think this is, Neiman? This is not Neiman Marcus. This is
1A. 1A. She's got like Z23 or something like that.
It's like Walmart. It's Kmart, even though they don't exist anymore. Blue light special
Blue
for
light
you,
special.
Betty. Yep. Yep. Alrighty. Let's do this.
All right.
Signing off. Bueller.
Bye.
See you guys.
Hot mannequin love is kinda uncanny. Click, like, subscribe, ooh, piece of candy. Looking for my spotlight, chasing my vibe. Still looking for my credibility online. Ooh, hot mannequin love, candy on the floor, don't pick it up. Chasing all the clicks, chasing all the views. Credibility's hiding, but I'm bringing you the news. Every little scroll is a mystery, but you stuck around, watch the show with me. Laughs and chaos, that's how we roll. Drop a comment down below before you go. Every little scroll is a mystery, but you stuck around, watch the show with me. Laughs and chaos, that's how we roll. Drop a comment down below before you go. Ooh.